Have you ever listened to someone speaking English and thought, wait a minute, that's not how it's spelled at all? Well, you're not wrong. Today, we're going to crack the code. We're going to pull back the curtain and look at the secret system, this kind of hidden music that makes spoken English sound the way it does.
All right, let's just dive right in with a little puzzle. It's something you've heard a million times, but I bet you've never really stopped to think about what's actually happening.
Okay, look at this sentence. Read it to yourself. Now imagine you're actually saying it to someone. You wouldn't sound like a robot, right? You wouldn't say, I have been to town. So, how would you say it?
And this is where it gets really interesting. On the left, you see the words as they're written, nice and neat. But on the right, that's what they actually sound like in the real world. Have just becomes I've. Been shrinks to been. And 10 bottles somehow magically turns into 10 bottles. Whoa!
So what on earth is going on? Is this just people being lazy with their speech, or is there something else at play? A secret set of rules that we all follow without even realizing it? Well, that's the mystery we're about to solve.
The answer? The absolute master key to this whole puzzle isn't about spelling or grammar. It's all about the secret rhythm, the hidden beat of the English language. You see, English is what we call a stress-timed language. Now, what does that mean? Think of it like music with a steady drum beat. The important words, the nouns, the verbs, are the drum beats. And all the little grammar words in between, we just squish them, we rush through them, so that we can land on that next beat right on time.
This slide shows it perfectly. On the left, you've got languages like Spanish or French. They're syllable timed. Every syllable gets its moment in the sun. It's like a machine gun. Da, 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 da. I went to London. But English? No way. We're on the right. We say, I went to London. See? We race through I went to just to land hard on London. That rhythm is the engine that drives everything we're about to talk about.
So here's the crucial part. To keep that beat, to maintain that rhythm, our mouths are forced to take shortcuts. Sounds start to change, they start to blend, and sometimes, poof, they just disappear altogether. Let's look at the first shortcut. It's called assimilation. This is basically our mouths being super efficient. A sound will actually change to get ready for the sound that's coming next. It's like it's anticipating the next move to make things easier and faster. Pretty clever, right? And here it is, our example from the beginning. Why 10 bottles? Think about it. To say the N in 10, your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. But for the B in bottles, you need to bring your lips together. Well, your brain takes a shortcut. It changes that N to an M, a sound you also make with your lips. So the move to B is totally seamless. 10 bottles. Try it. It's just easier. This old joke is hilarious, but it only works because of assimilation. In quick speech, the sounds in 10-pin get so squished and changed that they sound almost exactly like the sounds in permanent. It's a perfect example of this whole process in the wild. Okay, so sometimes sounds change, but other times we just get rid of them completely. We just delete them. That's called elision. We drop sounds, usually the unimportant, unstressed ones, to keep the sentence flowing and, you guessed it, to keep that rhythm nice and steady.
And here is an amazing example of this in action. Ice cream. Believe it or not, it used to be iced cream. But saying that T sound at the end of ice was just awkward. So pretty much everyone dropped it. And they dropped it so often that the spelling of the word actually changed forever. That's how powerful this is.
But wait, it gets even weirder. Sounds don't just morph and disappear. They also link up in interesting ways. And, get this, sometimes new sounds just appear out of thin air.
So first up is something called catenation, which is just a fancy word for linking. This is the secret sauce that makes spoken English sound smooth and connected, not all choppy and separate. Basically, when a word ends with a consonant and the next one starts with a vowel, we just glue them together.
Just think about how you say an orange. You don't pause, you say an orange. It literally sounds like the N from Anne has jumped over to start the word orange. This is happening constantly, all the time, in everything we say.
And now for my favorite, the really wild one, intrusion. This is when our mouth adds a ghost sound, a sound that isn't written down anywhere, just to make it easier to get from one vowel sound to another. There are three main ghost sounds in English. We stick an R sound between law and ond to say law, and order. We add a little y sound in I ate, so it sounds like I ate, and we slide a W sound into go on to make it go on. Your brain does this automatically, just to avoid that clunky little pause between the vowels.
And here's the ultimate payoff. This incredible line from the movie Master and Commander is a fantastic pun that only works because of intrusion. When you say the phrase two evils naturally, your mouth adds that ghost wah sound, making it sound exactly like two weevils. How cool is that?
So here's the big takeaway. All of this stuff, the changing, the deleting, the linking, the adding of sounds, it isn't a mistake. It's not lazy or sloppy speech. It's actually a super sophisticated, highly evolved system that our brains use for one reason: to be more efficient. It's masterful, not messy. So there you have it. You've cracked the code. You're in on the secret music of English. The next time you're listening to someone talk, what are you going to hear? I promise you, you'll never listen to a conversation the same way again.